Famous cold cases. More than 50 major crimes. From murders and assassinations to kidnappings, robberies, and fraud. By John Wright. Digitally narrated in the voice of Kellie Mitchell. Published by Amber Books and produced by Deep Sen. Introduction. Crime dramas on television always trap the culprit, whether by a small detail noticed by an amateur sleuth or through the accurate lab tests of a forensic scientist. However, investigators are not so lucky in real life. 30% of murderers and 75% of robbers escape detection in the United States. Despite the power of DNA matches, most cases are solved by traditional police methods, such as trace evidence and the examination of a suspect's motive, their links to the victim, and the strength or lack of an alibi. However, when unsolved crimes remain on the books for years as cold cases, DNA samples can produce enough evidence for convictions. In 2004, a DNA profile led to a man being convicted nearly 30 years after he committed 2 rapes in England. For this reason, more police departments are establishing cold case divisions that may also free inmates who were wrongly imprisoned. The 60 cases recounted here continue to baffle investigators. Some merited international coverage, such as the murder of Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia, and the assassination of the Swedish Prime Minister Olof Palme. Other cases were localized mysteries, such as the killing of Canadian teenager Richard Hovey and the spectacular art robbery at Britain's Wadston Manor. Every case remained unsolved when this book went to press. The crimes have been chosen to highlight the different ways perpetrators avoided justice. At times, police have been at fault when they failed to protect a crime scene from contamination, which happened after child beauty queen JonBenet Ramsey was murdered at home in 1996. Key suspects have walked free after the prosecution relied on circumstantial evidence, like the supposed inside job during a robbery of the Northern Bank of Belfast in Northern Ireland in 2004. Sometimes solid evidence cannot be found when police are fairly sure they know who is guilty, such as the murderers of union leader Jimmy Hoffa. Even serial killers can avoid detection by randomly selecting victims without previous links to them, such as California's Zodiac Killer and Australia's Mr. Cruel. Clever criminals and conspiracies, foreign governments, have played their part in blocking arrests. For example, it is still not known for certain who poisoned the former KGB agent, Alexander Litvinenko, in London in 2006. Sometimes the criminals were simply too clever, the counterfeiters of superdollars and D.B. Cooper, who leapt out of an airliner over Oregon with $200,000 in stolen cash, both covered their trail. Famous cold case.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?